Shalom, where the real Hebrew Israelites coming in week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of Esau, two-thirds of our people in the other nations. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and to the brothers out there that's preaching this word with truth and sincerity and charity, and risking their lives to do so. This is the brother Kanasala from GMS Chicago, and basically I just wanted to, basically I was going off the spirit that basically the bloodline is through your father and stuff like that, and there was this chick, this one bitch that's named Madam Logic Bomb or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And she was saying that basically she was talking crazy, saying that we're the brothers of GMS Chicago, or GMS in general, is uneducated, and she see that, we didn't. She see that we're basically, she's saying we're uneducated and we're stupid and stuff like that, by us saying that the bloodline is through the father. But the thing is, the Most High makes things simple, you know. He said that that's what it is. And since she thinks we're uneducated, we're gonna also scientifically prove it. So bear with me, brothers. You know what I'm saying? And let's go. Let's see. Yeah, let's start off with the scriptures. This is Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, by their polls, right? So when you click on pedigrees, you get yeah, you get Yalad, which means to bear, bring forth, beget, gender, travail, to bear, bring forth, of childbirth, of distress, of wicked, to beget. Basically, is to beget a child, right? So I got it highlighted, beget, right? So you look up beget, and you got to get, by, effort, find, acquire, attain, seize. Generally use of the father only. Generally use of the father only. Similar formation. To get, obtain, related to begat or begotten. Now, the person that beget is the father, which is the begetter, and it says one who produces or creates, right? And back here says, declared, yeah. Let's see. So, come back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little bit of the video, and we'll go from there.
Because I had the courage to call you on your shit. Did you really think that people were just not going to say anything? You're preaching about raping children. You're preaching
First off, we don't preach about raping children.
About killing your own race of people.
Through the scriptures, it says 2/3 of our people is going to die.
I've heard it. I've seen the videos. And even now, you keep denying.
She's going to be one of them getting put to death.
Denying it. I'm not going to stop using the word black, deal
Black as a color, not an ethnicity. There's no land of Blacktopia or anything like that. Just like there's no such thing as a white person. Okay? We're not black like this screen here, which she's hiding in the closet. So, yeah. That's a byword.
with it. Latinos are not my people until I see irrefutable evidence. I've seen the videos. And even now you keep... I'm not going to stop using the word black.
Okay. We already discussed it or said
deal with it. Latinos are not my people until I see irrefutable evidence.
Okay, so this bitch is definitely... Basically, she don't know shit. There's first off, through the scriptures, it proves that there are people. Two, there's a thing called Los Lunas Stone in New Mexico, which is in ancient Hebrew or Paleo Hebrew that was there before Christopher Columbus. There's your evidence, bitch. And there's more.
Oh, and another thing. Why do you keep spreading this lie about the man carries a seed and all this?
Okay, well, the man does carry the seed, dumbass. Seed goes back to the Greek word sperma, which is where we get the word sperm.
This other bullshit. Let me just tell you something. I can tell that a lot of you people never went to college. You're
So she think that all of us, all of the brothers, all over the world, has never went to college. How does that define us anyway? So I guess if you go to college, you're like smart as shit, huh? No, you're just learning. What's that word? It's basically you just remembering things. That's all you're doing. You're just remembering things and just spitting it back out. And a lot of the stuff is just unnecessary stuff. But anyway,
very ignorant and you're very uneducated.
so we're uneducated, huh? Wow. Okay, well, we're going to scientifically prove this since we're so uneducated. And you see that none of us went to college.
So let me just say it clear so that you understand. It is biologically, scientifically.
So I guess because she's pronouncing her words very clearly, she's educated. Looking at us.
Genetically impossible for any human being to have their DNA, their individual blueprint that makes...
So she says genetically impossible to have basically our blueprint. Whatever. Hold on. Let's continue this.
Makes them be solely comprised of a single parent contributor. In other words, every human being has 46 chromosomes. I don't give a damn who makes the daughters. I don't care about the XY, the X. That's not important. The fact of the matter is that every human being has 46 chromosomes.
Wait. So, wait, hold on. Let's run that back. We could. Hold on, man. Hear what she just said.
Makes the daughters. I don't care about the XY, the X. That's...
So you don't care about the X, Y, the Y, and all the other stuff. What makes them, but that's chromosomes. But you're mentioning that. Something you don't care about. But anyway, whatever.
That's not important. The fact of the matter is that every human being has 46 chromosomes.
So just because it's like me holding 23 books doesn't make it alive. You know what I'm saying? It's just chromosomes. It's just a little blueprint. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But by the end of the day, the bloodline is through the father. Isn't the seed alive when it's swimming? You know what I'm saying? Coming from the testicles, it's alive, right? That means, I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory, but let's keep going.
You get 23 from your mother, 23 from your father.
Okay.
You're split down the middle.
So what?
If you have both parents of the same ethnicity, then that is what you are. If
What? Okay.
you have two parents of two different ethnicities, then you are of mixed race.
Ain't no such thing. This bitch is full of confusion. Alright. Enough of that BS. Let's get down to business. Alright. Let's get all the way up. Here we go. So it says scientific proof the bloodline is through your father. Ooh, Slovakia. Woo. There we go. Father. Totally messed it up. Ugh. Anyway. Yay. Alright. So, scientific proof the bloodline is through your father, right? Everything that is considered alive has to meet 3 criteria. So she said that, hey, 23 chromosomes, blah, 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 each, right? No, chromosomes does not make up where your DNA is at all. Okay? She don't know what she's talking about. She never took genetic class or anything like that, or anatomy or anything like that. So, what the fuck she just said. It says everything that is considered alive has to meet 3 criteria. 1, the ability to die, which we know that the sperm can die. Okay? The ability to reproduce, the sperm can do that. The ability to metabolize energy from outside environment and sorry about that. This was supposed to say waste. Excrete the waste from energy production. Okay? Which sperm can do. Okay, here we go. It can do all 3 of them things, which means it's alive. Looking at both the egg from a female and the sperm of a male, the egg cannot be considered alive by this definition. And to the Akim, the brothers, that's listening, and to the few sisters that's listening and learning, you can look all this stuff up and it checks out. You know what I'm saying? It is what we call a vector. It can reproduce and it can die, but it does not have a metabolism, nor can it generate any energy for self by utilizing the outside environment. Okay? Got it? Now, let's look up, see if I get it. Boom. Let's look up vector. Vector, right? I know I highlighted. Go to the origin. No, I can't highlight it actually, but it's from the Latin. Vehir, convey, vector, carrier. Okay? Remember that. Vector, carrier, right? It's what we call a vector. It can reproduce and it can die. But it does not have the metabolism, nor can it generate any energy for self by utilizing the outside environment. Okay? Viruses are the same way because they cannot generate or make energy to power itself. It is not considered alive either. But the male sperm can die. Its lifespan is approximately 6 days. Okay? A sperm can reproduce when it so basically, if you ejaculate inside of a woman, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? That sperm can live for 6 days and she could get pregnant like 5 days down the road, you know? And it can fertilize the egg. Okay? So it said when it fertilizes an egg, the processes of meiosis begins, and it does metabolize. Meta means change. Okay? You can look that up. The clear liquid that is produced with the sperm upon ejaculation is glucose and protein. Okay? the basic two building blocks of energy. This liquid protects the sperm from acidity of the vagina and uterus and also provides nutrients for the sperm. So basically, the glucose, to make it some of the glucose and protein is basically a protective thing for the sperm when it goes into the vagina because the acidity of the vagina and uterus. Okay, and also it's nutrients for the sperm itself. Okay, the sperm eats or absorb the glucose and protein from the fluid and breaks it down to ATP. Adenosine and 3-phosphate serves for many metabolic processes and amino acids respectfully. The amino acids strengthen the sperm just like protein strengthen our muscles. Okay, so that's why some people there drink protein shakes and stuff like that for the muscles and stuff like that. You know, to just keep them strengthened. You know what I'm saying? Keep the muscles on. You know, and that's how amino acids are when it comes to the sperm. Okay. Um, it says so they can strongly move their tails to swim effectively. Okay. So it's just uh basically it just serves as just like a gas for a car. You know what I'm saying? Needs to run, give them the energy. Okay. It says the ATP is the organic unit of energy. This energy is burned in the cells, mitochondria, the proper plan of the cells, and where the metabolism process take place. This metabolism of the ATP is what makes the tail of the sperm move in the first place. So how is man the originator of the seed/bloodline? I would tell you. Life is considered an energy. The first law of thermodynamics states that everything cannot be created nor destroyed, but moved or transferred from one vector to another. Um, so the thing is, we all know that Yahweh Shem Yahshua created all things, man. You know, and Jacob, Israel is the former of all things. You know, but energy, spirits never destroyed. Okay. Uh, and remember, vector is carrier, one vector to another. There's that word again, vector. Remember how I described the egg initially? I called it a vector. What is the definition of a vector? All right, well, I gave that to y'all. An organism, typically a biting insect or tick. I went to the origin of the word Salakia, but this is the breakdown. An organism, typically an biting insect or tick that transmits a disease or parasite from one animal or plant to another. Genetics, bacteriophage or plasmid or virus that transfers genetic material into a cell or from one bacterium to another. It transfers. So let's look at the origin of the word vector. Google vector equals carrier from the Latin, which I showed you, you know. Therefore, an indication sole purpose of the egg is to carry. That's it. It's an incubator, okay? You know. Hence, we say women carry their child for 40 weeks. Men begot children and women bear children. Okay? So men begot. Okay? Got it? So beget, type in beget on etymology, gets to the etymology of words. You know what I'm saying? Basically, once again, the begetter, one who produces or creates, man. And basically is used of the father only. Okay? Period. Let's see. Gene. There it is. Gene. Genetics, genes. Give birth, beget, which only is used in the father sense. Give birth, beget. Generation, race. Okay? Look. I shit you not. You can see it right there. You know? Look like she's starting to look uneducated. Another word for begot is to father. Google and look up the etymology of the word begot. What are they carrying? So from the man, his own energy is expended, making a sperm in his testicles. Okay? That energy is transferred to the sperm. The living sperm, we have already proven that it is alive by scientific definition, taking with it half of the DNA of that man as well. That energy, life force, is then transferred to the vector, the carrier, the egg. When the sperm fertilizes the egg, there is no new creation of life. It is a transfer. Okay? From the man into his sperm into the egg, where that spark takes that when the process of meiosis begins, and that sperm within that egg binds to the egg and becomes a morula, which is the beginning of a human. Basically, a morula, to put it in simple terms, is when the sperm goes to the egg and stuff like that, and basically impregnates the woman. That first stage is called a morula. Morula. Okay. Just as how a seed can fall from a tree into the soil and create a new tree, the sperm takes its energy or life force and binds to the egg and absorbs the other 23 uh, chromosomes. So it absorbs it. It's already alive. Okay. That the egg is holding to make the 46 total to make a person, therefore proving that the line of the life comes from the father. That spark, that creates life is from the father. All right, and that's pretty much the breakdown scientific proof. So this chick right here, man, is bugged out, man. Madam Logic Bomb, man. This stuff is stupid. And her friend too, forgot that bitch name. It don't even matter. Right? It's just a couple of bitches that don't know shit. Shameless Woman be actually let me bring out these scripts. Salakia. Let's bring me down. So we got the numbers 1 and 8. Let's run that again. And they assemble all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declare their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, for 20 years old and upward by their polls. So, Most High made it very simple. It's just very, very, very simple. I didn't, you know what? Just me bringing out that was just to edify Israel. You know what I'm saying? On the scientific side, you know what I'm saying? Because you got these fucking dickheads, man, these assholes, okay? That come up and scoffing, and they really don't know what the heck they talking about, man. Okay? Let's see. Roman. This Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High, man. And that's what it is, man. That's how we know, you know. John 6 and 63, man, is also how we know what basically what the truth is, man. The truth is the Spirit, man. The truth is the Word, you know. Actually, let me hit that. It says prove all things. Doo-doo. All right, John chapter 6, verse 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Okay. Okay. And then also, you know what I'm saying, Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 28, 45. Okay. It said, moreover, all Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh, thy power. And that's the Most High's name, is Yahweh. Okay? His pure name, man. Pure Hebrew name. And Yahweh Shai, our Lord, is his pure Hebrew name. To keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So how do we know? Is basically through the Spirit and through the scriptures, and the curses line up with us. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's how we know that we're the children of the Most High, man. Go read basically read Deuteronomy 28, the whole 15th chapter. Not 15th, Salakia. Deuteronomy chapter 28, the whole 28th chapter, starting at, but when you get to 15, that's the curses on down to 68, you know? And then that matches up with the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay? Genesis 49 and Deuteronomy chapter 33 lines up together, man. Through the Spirit, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who's who, man. Like, what tribe is what tribe? Okay? I hope this was edifying, you know, to you brothers. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, hold on. Let these motherfuckers. Let's see. Now the thing is, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, since, you know, the bloodline is through the father and stuff like that, it could be a thing where you know, basically we're scattered abroad. You know what I'm saying, to all the four corners of the earth and stuff like that. And since Jake, you know what I'm saying, Israel, us, we like to have sex and have kids and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If you plant your seed, where, like I said earlier, seed comes from the Greek word sperma. That's where we get the word sperm. You plant your seed, and since the bloodline is through the father, according to Numbers 1 and 18, if you plant your seed in an Asian, let's say I plant my seed in an Asian woman, you know what I'm saying, our baby will physically look, not bloodline, but physically look like like you know, a little more Asian. And let's say we had a son, and that son, and we're in China and stuff like that, so all you see is a bunch of Asian chicks, and then he had, like, you know, a baby or he begot a son, you know what I'm saying, by another Asian chick. And let's say that happened 5, 6, 7 generations. That kid is going to look like basically a total Asian person. But the bloodline goes back to me, you know what I'm saying? Which is I am an Israelite, you know what I'm saying? Hebrew Israelite. Not black Hebrew Israelite. Hebrew Israelite. We have no association with the other camps. We don't associate with the IUIC, the ISPUK, and GOCC, and all the No, we stand alone. Okay, just letting that be clear. So I'm gonna read this and close it up. This Daniel 9:7, showing you that there's confusion in face. What I just broke down. O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, and as at this day, to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries, whether thou hast driven them because of their trespass, that they have trespassed against thee. So there's going to be confusion of faces. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's pretty much the breakdown, man. The proof, the bloodline, proof that the bloodline is through the father. You know what I'm saying? That was scientific proof, but the most important, through the spirit, through the scriptures of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that this is proof that the bloodline is through your fathers, man. Okay? So with that, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and to the brothers out there that's preaching this word with truth and sincerity and charity and risking their lives to do so, and to the sisters that's listening and learning. To y'all, I say shalom.